Hey guys, today we're talking about PD, which is one of my very favorite topics in the whole wide world. So first we need to go over what is PD, what does it stand for, what does it mean, blah blah blah. So first of all, PD stands for personal development. This means just working on you. For me, it's been a game changer. I have anxiety and depression and PTSD, and before personal development, I had gone undiagnosed for a really long time, and then started doing personal development, and I've really been able to gain traction in staying on top of my mental wellness. It's been a huge game changer for me. So not only is it amazing for your mental well-being, it's, flexing your brain muscles, it's also integral to your health and fitness journey. I almost want to, I want to say this is, something that is mandatory. Because in order to make the change, for those of you who have never taken or never really done a health and fitness journey, it can take longer than, it takes longer than any of us want it to take. So, in order to be able to stay with it and, not want to throw in the towel when it gets hard, you got to have something that keeps you going and keeps you reminded of why you're doing this in the first place. And personal development that's what it's there for. It's to help remind you to keep going when you feel like you just want to throw in the towel and give it up. So that's personal development in a nutshell. So now we need to go over what it is and what it isn't. So personal development is something outside of your spiritual development, which is also very important. If you're a spiritual person and are affiliated with any sort of religion, you of course want to work on your relationship with your higher power. Personal development is focusing on your inner self as opposed to your relationship with your higher power. So this is only something you have to do 10 minutes every day. It's not like I want you to read an entire book in an afternoon. Actually, it's better if you only read it in smaller increments over the course of the time, because it gives you some time to chew it over in your brain and think about it and figure out how you're going to apply the things that you learn to your life. And there are a few ways that you can go about doing personal development. There are books that you can read. There's also audiobooks. So if you're more of a person, if you're not huge on reading, but say you've got a longer commute, they've got Audible, that's $15 a month, and you can have access to a new personal development book every month. There are also podcasts that you can listen to. So, if you're more of a person that just needs to like fit it in the cracks as opposed to making time for it with reading, then you can go ahead and do that. Some of the podcasts that I really enjoy as far as personal development, there's The Chalene Show, that's Chalene Johnson, who created PiYo. There's The Charged Life by Brendon Burchard. That one's really great. Those are like super short. I think they're even under 10 minutes, but they're like, they're so concise and so good. I think those are the two that I listen to the most. And then as far as books / audiobooks, the two that we recommend that people who are on their health and fitness journey, and this is your first time around, we suggest that you either start with The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge. Those are both phenomenal books, and they're really, really good at getting your mind in the right frame to really help you charge up this mindset to keep going when things get hard, and just to help you keep your health and fitness goals in sight. So yeah, those are the books that we usually recommend. I did want to kind of share a story about why I find personal development so valuable. So when I started doing challenge groups just as a challenger, I was 25, 30 pounds heavier than I am today. And for me, that was a lot of weight to lose. I'm only 5'3", so 30 pounds goes a long way on me. I don't have a whole lot of body to to disperse that weight. So I was overwhelmed, and I was, I'm like, that's 30 pounds. That's so much weight. How am I going to even, where do I even start? How do I even, that's just, it's overwhelming. It's so much. And so reading The Slight Edge and having it teach me that it's the small choices I make every single day made it so much easier. Just, it reset my mindset to think of it as a day by day or even an hour by hour process, as opposed to this huge lofty goal that I had of losing 30 pounds. And additionally, I lost my father in June of last year. It was very sudden, and it was a pretty sad way to go. And it really threw me for a loop. And so personal development, I thank the Lord for personal development during the months following my father's passing, because, I had already been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and PTSD, and then losing a parent on top of that is already, is just another thing to add to the list. And there were times where it was really, really hard, and I had some really, really hard and heavy thoughts. But I was able to, for the most part, keep it together because I had personal development there to remind me to stay grateful and to stay positive, even though it was really hard. It was a hard time in my life. But I think that I know for a fact it was less hard for me because I had personal development, and it was in there reminding me of all of the good things that I had in my life every single day. So those are two of my stories that I like to share when we talk about personal development. I really, 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 really want you guys to make this a priority. It's so important. Personal development isn't insinuating that everybody's broken. It's just everybody wants to be better and feel better, and personal development is the best way to do that. So I want you guys to comment below and let me know which book you want to start with. It's so important that you do this. Please do this, please, please. So comment below, let me know which book you're going to do, and if you have any questions or if you want more book recommendations, me, Carly, Adam, and Amber, we got you covered. So yeah, that's all I had. Thanks, guys.